Sports. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles offense will take the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Leaves it with the running back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Seminoles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Texas Longhorns offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Slips looking for the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It is good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down here for the offense. On the option. Now the pitch. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll try to run for it. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State, and you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And the Noles have moved it inside the 20. They'll put the tight end in motion. Lewis wants to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Movement here from the tight end. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside give. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
Stopped after making the catch.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Makes the grab on the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They'll try the run. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Just drives in between the uprights. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Indiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to go up top on first down. He makes the connection. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you wanted to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here. Running back searching for a hole.
Fighting off the defender. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Lewis to throw. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The sure hands, it's Everett. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Right on target this time. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. And the returner will be brought down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Still running at the 40. There he goes down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lewis wants to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, no!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Texas offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme.
And that pass is intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 12 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Going up top on first down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Line getting set on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Right back to it. Smashes through. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's brought down to this defense gets the ball back for its own. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Well, jet sweep pass. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Makes a nice grab at the 25.
Returner is tackled out at the 41. And your Florida State Seminoles will take
Guys,
over.
here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Now, 4th down.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Quarterback keeps it. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right.
Going for it all. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they went. Safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Lewis to throw. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, and there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
2nd down coming up.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running to the left. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The lone back's got it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the ground to try to move the chains.
carry.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Florida State, 46, Texas.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Set to pass on the football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's caught. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks.
He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Texas.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
And they tacked on the extra point. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over the they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The give to the single back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's the handoff. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues.
Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Yeah, that's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He wants to throw. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Bringing it back. 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Seminoles! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Florida State 60, Texas 20.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he throws another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. A 1st down for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit.
To punt it away.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Looking for the score. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
Kick is good.
Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
31.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.